You start.
Oh, good God. I always have to start because she's always like, I don't know what to say first. Okay. Friendships that blossom in grief. Something we absolutely need to talk about because we always talk about loss, and as you know, there is a friendship section on our channel. But actually, a great thing that does come with grief. That sounds weird to say a great thing that comes with grief, but fortunately, when it comes to friendships, some actually get better and way more meaningful after grief because of the way people show up and the way you view them and each other. So we're going to do a video on how friendships actually blossom during this period of time.
You get closer with a lot of your friends who were your close friends before, but then you also, it's actually mad that people that you loved a lot but like had no expectations on whatsoever because they didn't have to, like, you didn't have the weight to it as much, showed up in ways like beyond just amazing, and
just friendships blossoming that you didn't expect to blossom.
Yeah.
You have a friend where you didn't expect her to be as good as she's been and to know what you need at this time as much as she has. So you have your close friends, some of them absolutely disappear or you become less close with, like we have talked about in previous videos, but you can, the bonds you get with some people who you did expect to stick around do stick around, and with that, not only did they see how much they love you and want to be there for you and know you so well that they know how to show up for you and what you need, but you also see that they're doing that for you and how much you mean to them and how much they get you through things and how much they get you and they know what you need without you saying anything. That is amazing. And what you're saying is there's ones where you didn't expect that to happen, and there's friends that you didn't expect anything from, let alone how much they have done, and now you feel extremely close with them because of how they've showed up. And you never thought they would. We're gonna go on a walk after this. I think we need some oxygen.
So desperate to get out of the house.
My two closest friends
We're
now.
just on our bed today. My two closest friends now have become my closest friends through this time. They have been just unreal, and they've showed up in really two different ways, complete different ways to each other, but are just amazing. Like, one we talk about a lot, like we talk about sort of grief a lot, mum a lot, trauma a lot, all that. Like, I really delve in deep with her. She's the only person I actually do that with. And then the other one, we don't really talk about it at all, but she shows up in terms of physically, like always just coming here and like making the trip from London to Manchester, but care packages and like those little extra touches. I'm like, I know she's doing this because of mum, or like, you know, obviously, but without having to talk about it or mention it. And yeah, just being there, like,
and that, yeah, both of those friendships have really grown through it because you're like, wow, you actually love you in ways I didn't even think I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that you're someone who tends to go to your friends to talk about grief, or do you feel like you shut away?
When we say about like the word blossoming and like it blossoming in this, like the first few months I was someone that completely shut away. Like, I didn't respond to a single text really or person. I just shut away. I did not leave the house, and again, like, some friends didn't appreciate that, which is so fine, but these two specifically, and others actually, unexpected people, like new friends, were just ready at the drop of a hat. As soon as I was then ready to see them or speak to them or whatever, they were there so quick, and have not left my side since.
But do you feel like you go to your friends to talk about your grief?
Sorry, that was the question. No, I would say so. I would say
you go to your friends to talk about it.
Yeah,
I think
I also don't think I need to necessarily. They know. That's the thing. Like, but I wasn't expecting, like, they just know what's going on and they're like, okay, she's not how she was before, and then it opens up that conversation, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I would say as well, like, you've always been someone who is quite open with your emotions and quite in tune with them, generally. Like, so you don't really shy away, this is my perception of you, from talking to people and from opening up about your feelings and where you're at. Like, and if you're struggling, you are quite good at letting people know that you are.
But it's always been just like people I really feel at home with and really can trust, which was just it was surprised me how sort of readily I was able to open up to certain friends, which was like, whoa.
It's good that you're that, in the sense of you are very much someone who would go to your friends and people. I am the opposite, and it's interesting to have those two different sort of personalities, I guess, when it comes to friendships, because then it comes together with the point that we're making of where they can blossom either way. Because Till is very good at speaking about her emotions and where she's kind of at and what she's struggling with, even if it's not specific details. I'm the opposite completely, aren't I? So like if my friends ask how I am, I'm like, yeah, good. You? And then if anything, we delve into all their problems. But I think the overall point, and why that's a good point to make, is that, and yet our friendships have completely blossomed despite us being two absolutely different people, one that is open with it and one that isn't. The friends that matter and the friends that really get you and know you, those friendships blossom based on that. And you don't have to be someone who goes to your friends to talk about these things and then be open arms with that. You can also be somebody who doesn't necessarily go to them, but when you do, or if you ever felt like you needed to, you know
that you could.
You're in good hands.
But also your friends have offered just, I mean, they would and have been there emotionally, but a different type of support.
All friends offer different types of support, which is why I was making that point. I think there's the emotional support, there's the practical support, and there's the distraction, which is just like fun friendship. Your really good blossomed friendships through this time offer you all three, basically. Like, if you needed your friends for distraction, you were like, need to get out this weekend, what we doing? They're there, if they're free. You've got the practical where it's like, okay, I need to sort my bank out and I've got absolutely no capacity in my brain to do that, can you help me? They're there, or at least they'll try and be. Or if you are like an absolute mess, they're there, or they can try and be. And that is what makes certain friendships blossom, because even if you've never needed them in one of those instincts, you know they would pull through now. And that's why they blossom so much. Like, friendships are fun, and that is the best word I can use to describe a friendship all together. It's just like fun, and you're completely yourself and you're just in good hands. But grief gives you a new perception of like quite the level of emotional support that they give you, and practical and distraction, and that is what makes them blossom. And for me, I think throughout this 9 months there's been two separate friends where I've cried. One of the times I remember just completely breaking down, and she hadn't seen a shred of emotion from me. I was sailing through life looking like completely the same as before, showing up how I normally would, as if everything was fine, which is a whole separate video, which is crazy that we talk about. But when I did break down, she didn't say a word. She literally just held me, and she cried too. She didn't say a word. And then even once I was done crying, we just carried on.
Nothing happened.
And it was what I needed. Like, she knows it's there, but she also knows not to push it and drag it out of me, because I'm not that person. Whereas for you, I would say people are more comfortable in being like, how has this week been? Has this week been emotional? And you would quite easily be like, yeah.
Still crying.
Yeah. It's really actually fucking easy. So for the people that bailed, you shit!
Another just lush thing that has come out of this: friendships have blossomed with our mum's friends. We've learned so much about mum through them, and like that mum as a friend rather than mum as a mum through them, and
what she means to them, what she did for them, what she bought for them, what they bought to her
through their eyes.
Yeah.
Off the back of that, I feel like we've gained friends in them.
Yeah.
Like, they've become our friends. But like genuinely people that I want to see and spend time with and keep in our life as mum's friend, but also as ours.
They're a small different piece of mum. That made you sad.
No, it didn't.
But they are. They're piece of mum that is a section of mum, because that's how mum showed up as a friend to them. And now what's so beautiful about it is they're still showing up as a friend to mum. They're telling us these stories and these memories, and even just grieving to us about losing her, because they're still, even after loss, being a good friend to her, looking out for her kids, taking her kids in, doing her kids favours, and on top, in return, we are a piece of mum for them. they've lost a friendship and we've almost not replaced it, because you never will, but we're a piece of mum to them just as much as they're a piece of mum to us. And they all say, God, I see her so much in you, to each of us, and they always say, like, I see such different pieces in all of you, and I actually get it. Like, it's actually made me view all you lot different as well. I'm like, that's so mum and that's so mum, and it's for totally different reasons. And even them saying that to us, it's like, gosh, yeah, like those friendships have blossomed. And it might sound weird that we've got friendships with 68-year-old women, but believe me, it ain't. It gives you a whole new appreciation for friendships in general, because it makes you see, like, friendships are so long lasting that even after you're gone, they're still showing up for you.
So true.
Basically, the point of this video is that within this, as much as you lose everything,
you do gain stuff.
Yeah, you gain some really meaningful, important relationships. We will go into different types of ones, but friendships, man, they actually do really blossom at times like this. As much as it might feel like you have no one, the people that you do have are amazing, and the way that they show up through these times. What I'm trying to say is your friendships are going to chop and change throughout your life, right? So the friends that have even blossomed during this time of grief, they might not be around for the next 20 years, right? They enjoy them while they are there.
Take them for what they are.
Let them blossom and be open to that. Don't shut your heart off to loving people more than you thought you would, and like, allow those friendships to chop and change with life, because they're going to look so different at such different stages, and they will always serve you a different purpose. But the people, honestly, so funny. And I don't know why, I'm holding in a laugh. Is it because we're being nice?
Maybe.
It might be because it feels a bit cringe, but it's so
Friends
true.
are the family you choose.
No, they are.
No, they actually are. They actually are.
So I think like before at school, someone used to say friends or family, and I always used to pick my friends.
No, I actually get it though.
But it sounds peak now, because like, without you lot, I'd be dead.
No, but I do get it.
But like,
I wouldn't be breathing also without some of my friends I've had.
No,
this time.
yeah, they are the family that you choose. You are a completely different version of yourself for your friends, which is exactly what we're saying about we learn mum as a friend. We think we know everything about mum, and we do as a mum, and we do as our own friendship with mum, but we've never known mum through her friends, and it's the same for you. You are a totally different person for your friends than you are for me. Even if I don't want to admit that, but you are. So they are the family that you choose, and they fucking matter. And if you don't have any friends,
we'll be your friends.
No.
Won't we? No, but for real. Why? That makes it seem not genuine, but we're here.
We're down for everything. So like, if you want to go to climb Mount Snowdon.
Why are we laughing? We're going to Lulu because we've actually been shut inside all day, and it's 3 o'clock. I've been sat on this bed.
I don't know why this is.
But this was just to add a little bit of light-hearted, little sprinkle onto our channel, because it's been quite depressing, and all the negatives about grief, because grief is shit. But in it, there are also little rays of sunshine and friendships. And we also have some story times, yes, but
we'll have some story times of the above. And also, I've got another point.
I was just wrapping
friendships
up.
Blossom through grief as well. With other,
is that not what this is all about?
Yeah, with other people that are grieving. So that is what you mean by, if you feel like you don't have any friends, you can actually create some through this time. Whether that's support groups, whether that's literally us, message us on Instagram, comment below. Genuinely, if you're going through grief and you need people around you,
we are here.
We are.
To actually
like,
talk.
With that, Jenny.
Jenny. I don't know anyone called Jenny. I might after this video. If your name's Jenny, go on for that.
I don't know anyone called Jenny.
I think
I love you, Jenny. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
That is so true, because this life has not been... Okay, I'm gonna go now. We're getting back into negative territory. We should go.
It's over here.
I'm on it.
No, you're not. No.